Testing, testing, T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, turkey sandwich, testing, testing, T minus 10, 9, 8, now what in the world, 7, 6, 5, 4, let me see how the sound is going, let me be quiet so you hear the sound, make sure it's not picking up things going on in the background. I just realized I could hear myself, so what I have plugged in is picking up my sound. Most importantly, oh my gosh, I think we're good to go. Let me turn up the music just a little bit. My phone here reset or shut off or something. And so I had the music set up so perfectly, follows volume control, but then it reset. So I had to go through the motions again to reset. See? It shut off again. It needs an update, but I'm not ready to update it yet. I'll do that when I'm good and ready. All right. It's on repeat. All right, let me test it one more time. I need to see how the sound is now that I have the music. Just one moment, please. That's cool. That's smooth. I can hear just a smidget. Looks like we're good to go. All right, welcome into the show. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. This will be the final installment to Reaction Review Joe Budden Podcast, episode 878. Streets Need a Body. Oh my goodness. Now, I added the extra oh my goodness in there because I'm like, oh my goodness, streets need a body. Dun, dun, dun. Let me put all this stuff away now that I have it situated. So I have everything set up in the background, even the video I'm going to be reviewing slash reacting. But check this out, y'all. I was getting my snacks and stuff ready because I ate breakfast. That was many moons ago. So I need my lunch. So I was fixing my sandwich. How come I come back into my little workspace? And I'm like, why am I hearing people talking? I went straight ziggity boom into the realm of tinfoil hat. I was like, I know ain't nobody hacked into my computer and I can hear them talking, but they don't know I can hear them talking. Y'all, somehow the video just started playing by itself. So I don't know where it stopped at, but so I'm gonna have to rewind this video a little bit to try to see how far along the video was playing by itself, because I was away from the computer for at least 20 minutes, so I gotta rewind it back. So this might be a little longer, but nonetheless, we will finish this installment of Joe Budden Podcast 878 today, because my goal is to do only up to 3 parts. Cooking. How you doing? I haven't heard that in a long time. Or I like to say, what's shaking, bacon? Folks be looking at me. What's shaking, bacon? Where you from? Okay, moving forward. So let me get to the video really quickly. Like I said, I'm going to have to rewind it because it started playing by itself. So there goes my marker. And I don't know where I left off at. But I am determined to finish this video today. So So I'm getting ready to rewind it back probably to the, so this is the third part. So I can say this for sure. If this is the third part of the show, knowing that I do start and stop when I talk on here, I know we're definitely not in the first hour of the podcast. That's for sure. Y'all, I talked a lot these last two. I'm going to start it in at the 1 hour 14-minute marker and then just take it from there. If I realize we went over the stuff, I'll try to scooch it along. But nonetheless, I might be here for a good long while because my video accidentally started playing forward. I think you get it. I didn't do a survey yet. Let me see here. Y'all, it's 3 different monitors ongoing at the same time. I have my tablet with the music playing and it didn't shut off. And then I have my Chromebook that I'm looking at right now. And I have this cell phone. It feels like I'm back at McDonald's looking at all those dang screens. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes it made me dizzy a little bit. I'm like, okay, there's too many monitors, too many pictures to be. Boom! Everything free. Or keep on punching senior disco because, oh man, okay, hold on, let me get it together. I will power through this live stream, but y'all, it's like, where am I? Okay, let me minimize this real quick. That's all we did. And let me pull up the other tab so I can actually participate in the survey. We got the reaction review, and here I am right here. All right, let me pull. Hey y'all, how you doing? You know, sir. But hey y'all. Hi. Hey y'all. Y apostrophe ALL. Come on, girl. Get it together. It's not even Friday. It's my Friday, though. Let me get the survey up real quick. Last survey we did, it was funny. I think it was about chicken, Church's Chicken, KFC, Popeyes. And of course, I picked Popeyes. So another food restaurant. Which one, y'all, a capital Y apostrophe A apostrophe LL apostrophe ZS choosing today? I'm going to put down Burger King, McDonald's, so like my grandpapa used to say, McDonald's. Shouts out to my granddad, man. McDonald's. McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. We've got, oh, let me put Wendy's down in the chat too. Wendy's, WND, y'all, WNDY apostrophe yes. And let me see what else I could put in here. Hey, what's going on? High five, bam, welcome in. I'm currently filling out a survey. I've got Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's. What other restaurant, fast food restaurant y'all want me to add to the survey? I have room for one more. Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's. Which restaurant should I throw in there real quick? What's going on? Thank you. Some of you guys I saw earlier. Arby's. Thank you. That's a good choice. So Arby's, ARBY apostrophe yes. Well, now you gonna have me really thinking. That's a tough one. Now that you threw Arby's in here, I'm really up here figuring out. Man, that's tough now since you threw that in there. Taco Bell. I could only add 4 slots, so the slots have been filled. Arby's was in there. I look forward to seeing what you guys are going to say. I'm getting ready to go on down here and be loyal, and I'm getting ready to put Burger King in here real quick. Burger King in the heezy. Burger King for life. BURGE. So I'll put Burger King. Let me put some French fries in here. Do you want fries with that? A hot apple pie with that? Jim Carrey, shouts out Jim Carrey. I come from India. What's going on, man? You've come a mighty long way. Welcome in. How you doing? I'm picking, and thank you for coming in, all you guys. I cannot participate in the survey like pressing a button, so I'm gonna type in what I voted for. Burger King, right there. He said some Arby's is not a good option. You don't have to choose it. Oh, now this is a good question. Let's go, YouTube. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. At least today, time is on my side. At least it is for today. So I'm gonna take it. Y'all remember Make It Take It when y'all was in elementary? You make a project and you take it home. I'm like, that's called homework. Don't try to specialize homework. Get us all hyped up to go do homework. Don't try to set me up. Don't be trying to hype me up to go do some more work. You know, when I get home, I got to clean the whole house before I do homework and before I can eat. Moving forward. Y'all, I have my snack here because I'm gonna be hungry. Shoot, I'm hungry now. So my sandwich is here under the table. I have my orange soda, I have my tea, and I have my water. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Today, I will be doing the reaction review of the Joe Budden podcast, episode 878. This will be the third and last installment, so it might be a long one. And I say that with all intention because the video started playing when I wasn't in here for a good while, 15, 20 minutes, and I don't remember where I left off last time I did this. Monday. So I'm gonna have to rewind it. So if you find me repeat myself a little bit, it's because y'all, I lost my marker. But nonetheless, let's get ready to get down into it. If you are interested in following along with me, the link is in the description below. Let me go here and see Joe Budden podcast. Okay, so I'm pulling that up real quick. Y'all, these tabs is acting up, man. These tabs opening up, and I don't want those tabs to be open. All my life I have to fight. Fight with these tabs. All right, let me skip this boring commercial and move right in. Every time I push play, every time I push the play, all alone I fall to pieces. I'm falling to pieces right before your eyes because every time I push play on here, it's popping the screen up to be bigger. And it's like I have to have this a split screen so I can look at the comments on my Chromebook and listen to the video at the same dang time. So when I push play, computer, I know you're listening to me, so work with me, not against me. I am self-aware. Computer, yes, LA. When I push play, can you please not make the screen big because I have this on split screen for a reason. For a reason, ha, and for a season. Okay, thank you very much. How you guys doing? Thank you, computer. Okay, so I'm starting the video at the 1 hour 8 minute marker currently. Thank you for coming in. 1 hour 8 minute marker if you're interested in following along. I'm feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? They're on their prize pick spiel right now, so I'm just gonna let them play. Today I am going to finish up the Joe Budden podcast 878 Streets Need a Body. The link is in the description below, so if you want to go directly to that and follow along with me, have at it. I am at the 1 hour 9 minute marker. I will be starting to stop it so I could chime in and educate myself or remind myself on what they're talking about through the Google. They're doing their sports spiel right now, so let me type that in. Right now, they're talking about spice. Right now, are doing their sports and prize picks talk. So that's where they are right now. Y'all, I really messed this up. Well, we're gonna be here for a minute. Let me fast forward this prize picks. I do remember them talk about prize pick. What are they talking about? Ba 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 da ba ba. Okay, they're almost finished. They up here picking their sports people. Let me put some footballs in the chat. I think they're talking about basketball. So while they do their prize pick thing, I'm gonna look for some sports stuff. He said we cannot deal with high stress. All we know is high stress. I mean, after all, I don't know what he rambling on about. All I know is pain, like Cyborg said, and Teen Titans Go. Cyborg was like, "Oh, I know is pain." I'm like, that's all we know for sure. And let me find some basketballs too. There's basketball. So there's some sports stuff. Oh, they about to be finished talking about it. Good. I put my orange soda in a milk bottle. No free advertisement on my channel. But LA, you just talked about prospects. Leave me alone. Oh, I think they getting ready to start talking about music. Let the music play. Okay, let's see who they're talking about in reference to music. I am 1 hour 11 minutes in. We've got Mark talking about a CD. I missed the name. Who is it? Okay, so they're rolling into Summer Walker. So I do remember the Summer Walker thing. We did talk about her. Okay. Let me see here. Put that in there. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? So I'm gonna let them lightly fluff over this Summer Walker thing. Now they're talking about Lotto and Doja Cat. There was a compilation. Is there a compilation on there with Lotto and Doja Cat? Aren't they all on Summer Walker's album, correct? So they said they walked into this CD with no expectations to negate the fact that they won't be disappointed. Sometimes life be like that. I don't think we're just jaded. It's just trying to prepare yourself so you won't have so much shock. What did they say? Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. It's kind of messed up when in referencing to CDs when you're standing on shaky ground about a CD release. You're like, I don't know if this is gonna be good, and I don't know if I want to spend my money on it. That's how it used to be back in the day when you had to actually go to the physical store and get your CD. Some CDs were as high as $17. Some were even $23. So it's like, shoot, I don't know if this CD gonna be good this time. You know, if I'm gonna spend this whole $20 because this $20, you know, if I put $20 in the tank, I'm good for 7.5 days. But if I get this CD, I cannot take it back. I'm going to be stuck with this CD and I'm going to have to pick up an extra shift to make up for the loss of the CD. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? Nowadays, it's not like that, you know. You know, y'all can stream it real quick on Spotify. Be like, I'm glad I saved that money. I saved that money. Things are a lot different now. There's a lot of ways. So we've got Max B's Welcome Home Party. Oh, and they asked, would you do business with your friend's enemy? Wow, would you do business with your friend's enemy? Yikes. Good mercy. So let me get my Google set up and see what they're talking about. Let me see which tab I want to open. It went to the wrong side. All right, let me see what's going on. What is going on with Jones and the fake blessing? So they're talking about, I think, Jim Jones and the fake blessings. Fake blessings? They said it's a thing. Okay, so let me pause this right quick. Okay, I'm pausing it. I'm at the 1 hour 15-minute marker, and they're talking about this scenario with fake blessings. And Parks is actually having a solid moment to speak where the camera is on him, which to me don't happen all the time. I don't know why. Maybe it's per request. He don't want that much shine. He just rather be heard more than seen. But in reference to this fake blessings thing, he's going in talking about, you can tell when the blessings from someone to you is fake, which is true. You know, you're like, yo, I'm down bad, I need a little help, I'm turning to you because you are spiritual, walking on water, my sister, my brother, how you doing? So when I'm asking for a little help, it don't seem like that energy. When I'm asking for a simple prayer, not money, prayer, the energy is dry, flat, it's dead, it's cold, it's icy, and it's like, whoa. That's one of the worst feelings in the world, when you get fake wishes bestowed upon you. In that moment, it reveals, if you didn't pick up prior, that they don't have your best interest at heart. It's a bad feeling and experience, because in that moment, as oddly as it is, the person giving you the fake blessings don't think you peep that out. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Give them the cold shoulder from now on? How do I deviate this workspace? Because now I see you, but you don't think I see you. And if I call it out, is this work that's already hell to pay gonna be amped up more because I'm distancing myself from you because you dumb? So what I typed in Google really quickly just to get a roundabout proxy of what they're talking about, I said, what is going on with Jim Jones and the fake blessings? Now, AI overview don't know that I'm referring to someone in the music realm, but nonetheless, I'm going to read it because maybe this ties into the whole thing of them saying fake blessings in the first place. It's got fake blessings. Reference relate to cult leader Jim Jones' past fraudulent faith healings. Blah blah blah. And I'll leave it there. So next thing I'm going to do is type in fake blessings in reference to rapper Jim Jones and see what I come up with. Oh, y'all, I'll push the deep dive overview because I wanted to go back to down to the space where it says ask anything. But I just saw something in reference to Pusha T. Hold on. What is going on with Jim Jones and the fake blessings? I'm about to read it. The query refers to a recent social media discussion involving the rapper Jim Jones, where another artist, Pusha T, alluded to Jim Jones wearing fake blessings or lab diamonds. There is information about the cult leader Jim Jones having a recent controversy. Thank you for clearing that up, AI Overview. Continue on. According to AI Overview, the current news involves a long-standing rap beef between Jim Jones and Pusha T. In a new clip song that premiered in June 2023, Pusha T rapped a line that included, "And those lab diamonds under inspection, the question marks block your blessings." Bullet point number 2 under fake blessings. Yeah, very interesting. It says here, Fake blessings is likely a misinterpretation or play on words by social media users based on Pusha T's lyrics, implying that diamonds, a common symbol of quote blessings or success in hip hop culture, worn by Jim Jones, might be lab created or fake synthetic. AI Overview carries on saying Jim Jones responded to the diss track with his own song titled Summer Collection. Summer Collection. The lyrics and subsequent social media discussion are part of a back and forth between the two artists, which Joe Budden has weighed in on, declaring Jim Jones the winner of the exchange, as Pusha T has not officially released his track or responded further. This information that I just read was provided to me, to you, by AI Overview, and please note that AI may make mistakes, but this will give us a roundabout proxy of what the fellas on the couch are talking about. I am currently at the timestamp of 1 hour and 15 minutes. If you're interested in following along with me, the link is in the description below to the Joel Budden podcast episode 878, Streets Need a Body. I'm going to slow cook this, y'all, because I lost my place. And this is the third installment to this, so I have to finish it up. I want to thank all y'all for coming in already. Some of y'all who had to dip out, I understand, but thank you for showing up quick, fast, and in a hurry. I don't know why my foot falling asleep already. I just sat down. Yes, this is very interesting. I would not. I'm pretty loyal, dude. That's dope. Yeah, loyalty is a beautiful thing. Just like love is a beautiful thing. Moving forward. I'm about to get started. So Parks is going on saying a lot of things. You can tell when the blessings are fake. And he says it's basically up to interpretation based on how you feel, which is true. Here comes Mona. Let's see what she has to say. She says when it comes down to it in regards to the fake blessings, she thinks fake blessings are really stupid and that is just going to lead to a bigger problem. And so Mona's continuing. Okay. So she said the only time, what did she just say? She said fake blessings are all right in the guise of someone asking you a really stupid question, and in response is you're being, what's the word? Sarcastic. But overall, she don't agree with fake blessings neither because they lead to problems, especially if you don't even mean it. Finding good friends ain't easy, so I stay loyal. Exactly. I can't say that when going to school, that's one of the things you do pick up on, at least with me, way before learning basic math and all that crap. I started to learn about people by going to school, and I learned that not everybody is nice, and friends, before I knew all the terms and stuff like two-face, backstabber, gossip, all that stuff. I noticed that in school. So moving forward, let's hear what they have to say. So she's saying, fake blessings is basically lying. Yeah, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. So yeah, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Thank you. I'm happily married. I've been married for 10 glorious years. I'm gonna have to remove some of this stuff real quick. Let's see here. Remove and keep it going. I'm gonna remove some of this stuff. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We've got McDonald's in the heat. That's too many. I love you. So I'm gonna have to time you out because it's just I'm the only one moderating right here. So let's see, put you in timeout real quick and keep pushing. What's going on, Chile? Thank you for coming in. I was up here trying to clear out the space. I'm like, that's too many. I love yous. I gotta time you out. This is crazy. This is crazy. How you doing, Chile? I just paused the tape. We are at the 1 hour 15-minute marker, and it's at the part where Mona is actually speaking. And I'm very happy to see that with this particular topic is really serious in this sad moment, that they're actually giving every person the opportunity to speak with no interruptions, and they're putting the camera time on each person. What's going on, Chile? Yeah, our mod is here. Shouts out to Chile. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go in here. Thank you 4 times. Let me put thank you 4 times at. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. And to my surprise, Parks even showed up on the camera. He basically cammed up. You know how Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, he be like, I ain't talking to you unless you cam up. And then in addition to that, when you go to the green room, I need to see how you look before you get up here embarrassing me on my platform. Wait a minute, hold that. You not embarrassing me, you embarrassing yourself, so I'm gonna put you on. I'm like, dang girl, don't do it, he gonna tear you apart. And she get up there, how I look. And he like, negative, nah, woman, don't nobody want you. Get a dog and live out the rest of your lives. You undateable. I'm like, girl, why you do that to yourself? Moving forward, man. I tell you, man, some people just don't think. I'm going to play the tape and continue on as the people on the podcast go around the couch and share what they feel about fake blessings. The negative part, man, I'm like, girl, don't cam up, because I got a feeling you're not gonna be looking ready for the camera. She be looking like that. It's a pretty girl. Like, oh, okay, moving forward. Let me show. Moving forward. So they're also saying that, fake blessings can lead to awkward energy. If you don't want to give someone their blessings, don't do it. Find a nice way to not do as such. I think it actually strengthens the relationship if you are just saying like, y'all, you don't have my blessings for this. I don't think this is a good idea. Or how about, what, Reverend so-and-so might be the person for you for that. I don't feel like I'm the right choice to give you the blessings. Thank you for thinking about me, but here go a phone book. You might want to roll through here real quick and pick somebody you feel more qualified for this. You know what I'm saying? My dog. Skirt. You running in your car driving and getting ready to push a block on the number because I hope they don't call me again for nothing like that. Do block. Are you all in the poll? Let me see here. What they saying? What y'all voting for? I chose Burger King. Burger King is winning. High five Burger King. I voted for Burger King too. Someone has said that this internet world is not real life. She's saying that what she's doing on the internet has nothing to do with her real life. Wow, she really giving her opinion. Wow, she said especially if nobody passed. Mona, her uncensored delivery and blunt honesty on said opinions. Arby's, I like that you got the car and the, oh, that is so cute. A car and a little dot 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 and the gas. That's cute. Mona getting hot. She took her coat off. She's starting to get heated. She real light. You think her skin gonna start turning red like the teacher's skin turn red when they get upset with their class? Like in kindergarten cop. He was like, shut up, and the kids is like, I'm excited. I'm in the 1 hour 19-minute marker. Now I'm curious to see if Mona gonna start turning red. Seeing red again. Seeing red again. Alright, so we have Ish and Ice are on the couch going back and forth talking about their feelings and opinions. So Ice is feeling like he's in this conundrum of like saying he's gonna feel awkward by saying he don't want to do the blessing, so he's gonna do the blessing. And Mona's interjection like, no, that makes you not cool, because if you doing something you ain't comfortable with and you doing something you don't really stand for, that makes you look weird, which is true. Like I said, yo, thank you for asking me. I don't think I'm the best fit for this. It's not gonna work. Joe was turning red. He turned into a tomato. Quickly, show us Mona. Is her skin turning red? She came out of her coat. We've got pressure, blood pressure going up, y'all. I'm gonna put some tomatoes. Let me put anger. Tomato, TOMA ... and laughing. I want to see if Mona gonna be red too. He's starting to turn red like Ice's hat. Oh, he dropped the F-bomb. You are my friend. I don't know how you feel about the situation. Y'all, they really taking this to heart. Ish is going back and forth right now with Joe with this same Jim Jones blessing situation. Yo, this is like real life barbershop talk right here. I really appreciate this. This is comforting. Not because they're going back and forth like that, but this is the tone in the barbershop. They're still talking about the whole Jim Jones blessing situation. Oh snap, Park's a little red. So now they're throwing in real life situations that hit closer to home by filling in the blank with hypothetical scenarios. Like, how would you feel if so and so, if you wanted to have dinner with Mandy, or if you wanted to go to dinner with someone else? Joe is getting mad. He's like, to bring up Mandy is to be dismissive of what we're really talking about. To be my friend, then you would know. Says what is what Ice is saying. Oh. So Ish is breaking down the scenario, saying that if my life is on the line and I need to feed my family, in that moment, I need to know what situation I presented to you is cool. Are you okay with me doing this? In that one shiny moment, I need you to know if you're gonna let it fly, or you gonna fly with it, or are you gonna roll with it. Don't lie to me, because this is a serious situation and I need to commit to a said thing. Yo, man, this is very good. Where's my snacks? Y'all, it's like I'm at the movies. So Mark is saying he feel like the blessing is not necessarily about getting the permission. Wow. Yo, this is good. It's like I'm watching Barbershop. You know, the movie? It's giving me that feel. Yo, shouts out to the JBP podcast. It's really giving me the Barbershop, and I like the Barbershop movie, man. Wow. Okay, so let me look on Google to see if there's other things in here that I want to read into details. Is this? Oh, stop cutting me off, Joe. So this scenario seems to also be boiling down with about a girl. So the fact of the matter is, this is tight, but it's about respectability politics, man. That's crazy. So the guy is asking, can I have the blessings to talk to someone that his friend dated in the past? You can look at it both ways. It's nice of you to ask, and if said party says no, you do not have my blessing. This is where it comes down to whether or not he's going to honor the fact that you said no, you cannot date my ex, and he says, okay, my dog, I just wanted to ask, and he don't proceed to engage and dead it, fine. The other scenario is he asked, wanted to see what his best friend was gonna say about dating said girl, and he says no, and he proceeds to still date her anyways. The fur will fly. Somebody gonna be going to see Jesus, etc., etc., etc. And another stance, um, I believe ICE is saying this shouldn't even be brought up in the first place. There's a code here where we don't mess with one another's significant others or exes. So why, what are we doing here? Why are we asking? Yeah, I get it, but like I said, this brings us to the next scenario. Wait before you react. If you don't get the blessing, she's gonna back off and respect your wishes and dead the issue. You see him go the other way, and it's never brought up again, and there's no sense in the air like you still think it's some bull going on that you have to question. You'll be able to feel that. You'll be able to feel that just as well as you know somebody don't have their best interests in heart with you regarding a blessing like pray for me, I'm down bad. You'll be able to feel that. Bro code used to be real, not so much anymore, I hear. I found out that a long time ago. Um, I think like in eighth grade, going into high school amongst the girls, I'm like, I thought you were friends. Why are you talking about her while she's not here to me? I thought you two were best friends. That's not right. So Parks is going on saying there's some things you just don't ask for a blessing for. He's saying like if you had to ask the question for touchy situations that seem not great, it's too late. Joe was saying prior, if you gotta ask me something like that, that lets me know what you was already thinking. So if you already thinking that, I wanna know how long you was thinking that, and I'm gonna have to move you out of my circle. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm turning red. Ah! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's all right. You know, that's what school is really about, honestly. Learning how people roll so when you get older, you'll know how to dodge the fakes, the snakes, and be strong minded and knowing that in life it's going to be a whole lot of no's. Don't let the life giving you a whole lot of no's wear you down, where you bow down and say, I'm sick of life telling me no. I'm sick of getting these reads that these people aren't the cool people to be around. In the name of protecting myself from bad people, it's a whole lot of no. So by default, I'm still being the Lone Ranger, even though I'm a social butterfly. Don't give in to that because you'll end up out of desperation and being tired of being told no. You're going to end up going right into the snare of inviting somebody in your circle that's going to mess up your whole life and get you off track for a lot of years. Many of us fall into that trap, but I hope we learn that quick, fast, in a hurry and get back on track as fast as we can. I am in the 1 hour 30 minute marker of this really awesome live stream. I'm really loving the vibe of this. This is cool. They're segueing. I believe Mark is complimenting Mona on a show she did. Do Mona have shows that I can watch on? I was about to say Nickelodeon. I'm sorry. This morning I was talking about Nickelodeon on my live stream this morning and Cartoon Network. Do Mona have TV show acts? Can we see access to one of Mona's shows on TV? Not her podcast, but her performances. Did she say? Oh my gosh, she just said she talked to y'all Levine Zant. What the entire age? If you say a young Levine Zant's name wrong, she gonna stick you in the arm with something sharp. I am a Yarn Levanson. How are you doing, my precious babies? I am wearing this high ponytail and I am dark brown complected. And I love all my beautiful brothers and sisters as I wear my super tight ponytail. And if you say my name wrong, I'm going to poke you in the arm with something sharp. So, my dear sweet baby child, what my name is, say it right now so we can proceed so I can help you bathe in the crystal waters of this seesaw. We can hold hands around the tree and hum songs while I heal you. Moving forward, so was I Yella in the van on a show with Mona? Don't call me white girl. I need to look this up while they're talking about adult content. I'm going to look up about Ayala Van Zandt. I'm trying to read what this is saying here. How this reads. Um. Uh, oh, I found something. Excuse me. So I'm gonna pause this really quickly because they're segueing off from the fact that Ayala Van Zant and Mona Don't Call Me White Girl probably had some work together. So it says here, it does not appear that Ayala Van Zant was on the show with Mona, also known as Don't Call Me White Girl, as a fellow host or main character. However, comma, search results do indicate that both individuals have been associated with the Oprah Winfrey Network, known as OWN, and related events. And one snippet from Facebook specifically mentions them together in a promotional context. Quote, Ayala Van Zant, Mona Don't Call Me White Girl, ... Showplace Arena in Upper Marlboro, MD, with 3. End quote. This suggests that they may have appeared at the same this suggests, they may have appeared at the same live event or collaborated on the project outside of a typical television experience. Let's go, Mona. Okay. I hope during the moment that you got to meet the Ayala Van Zant, she was able to speak life into your girl. You know how she be slapping folks around. Say it with your chest. I am strong. I am beautiful. God dang it. Say it. I'm beautiful. You got to mean it, girl. I'm beautiful. There. Now go to your room, my sweet baby child, and write in your journal. Okay. Y'all, this soda is good. I might have to give me another one. So that's fun facts on that. I am on the 1 hour 33-minute marker. The link is in the description below if you're ready to roll with me and my cool peeps. Let's see here. Oh, so now they're playing some audio right now. Explicit, 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 explicit. Oh man, this dude is going off the wall. Michael Jackson off the wall on this audio cassette tape that they're playing. So basically, the tape is, I'm paraphrasing this in the sister way. There's a man going off the wall like Michael Jackson's album, where he like, yeah, I don't know, old used up woman. F you me. You know they got too many miles ahead of them. Not enough ahead of them. What you think I want that for when I can look around and get something else? If you know what I mean. And that's where I'll leave that. So that's the context of what they're getting ready to talk about. If you're interested in listening to that, it's at the 1 hour 34-minute marker. Having said that, I'm gonna go down in the survey and see what my people saying. Which one of y'all choosing today? Y'all, we got to do better. How come Burger King and Arby's tied up? Burger King and Arby's are tied up for 36%. McDonald's is at 9%. Wendy's is at 18%. And then at the other one, for some of you who guys can see, what is an overrated food? So let me put some. Let's see here. So the age difference is the guy is 39 and the the woman is 26. So that's more context of what they're talking about. Age gaps and all that, but thank God she's 26. Hallelujah, she's 26. So that's nothing. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just glad the woman is 26. So I dropped my towel on that. If I was on that couch right now and they're talking about that subject, yeah, what you got to say about that? Ages, please. The man 39, the girl 26. I'm through. If it didn't fit, it must have quit Johnny Cochran. Now I'm through. What we talking about then? I've got other fish to fry. Let's just leave well enough alone. I'm just saying we got other serious stuff to talk about on the docket. I'm just glad she's 26. Let's talk about something else that's more valuable than the crazy man on the tape cassette. Him and Han talk about him. Oh no. Moving forward. So they're still talking about that. I'm gonna let them shine on, shine on. You know that movie, The Last Dragon? Shine on. Well, you got the glow, you got the glow, you need the glow, the glow. You got the glow, you got the glow inside. Oh man, gravy train dog food, gravy train dog food. All right, let me see here. Oh man, thank you so much for pushing the like button in here. Let me put a little color in the chat. Copy. So they're currently expounding on this adult conversation. I left my 2 cents right there, and that's where my 2 cents will remain. So while they blabber on about that, let me pull up the Google to see what else I can look up to inform myself with said conversation. Shout out once again to Mona being able to have a little moment in time to meet the Eon Levangeant. I'm gonna close. Well, I might leave that open because somebody might ask later on in the show. Is this situation also about a So I'm going to piggyback while they're talking about that to the Jim Jones situation. The primary reasons for the feud are professional and ego driven, according to AI Overview. Rap hierarchy comments. Hierarchy comments. The beef originated in April 2023 when Jim Jones publicly stated that Pusha T was not a top 50 rapper, questioning his legacy and authenticity in the rap game. According to AI Overview, it says here loyalty to Drake. Jim Jones has associated with Drake and called him the official fifth member of Dipset. Dipset, which is seen as siding with Drake in the well-known rivalry with Pusha T. Continuing on, diss tracks. According to AI Overview, Pusha T's lyrics about lab diamonds was a diss track about Jim Jones for these comments. Jim Jones then responded with his own diss track. And in closing, according to AI Overview, the conflict remains focused on the music industry, the conflict remains focused on the music industry, professional respect, and existing rivalries, not a personal dispute involving a woman. The commenter, it says, I have a comment. Jim Jones says anything to try and be relevant and to get views. Ha! Now 50. Anything is possible if you just believe. So if you want to keep rapping, keep rapping. But the thing is, the rap has to evolve. It has to show some evolution. If you still rapping about the same stuff you was rapping about when you got in at 18, something wrong. And I'll leave it at that. Oh, they finally went on a commercial, y'all. Wow. I'm going to let the commercial play to give me a little time to cool down and catch up on the comments and all that stuff. McDonald's is overrated. Ass. I like McDonald's. It will always hold a special place in my heart because, I mean, that's the place that introduced me to the joy of Happy Meals. We had the Fried Kids, Ronald McDonald, Hamburglar, Gremlins, Birdie, the French fries, the chicken nugget people, you know? So it will always hold a special place in my heart. And on the real, I like some of the toys that they have. They are great. They make for great decorations. You know, especially if you have an office job. You want something cute to go in your office. Something to get you going. So, yeah. I agree. Hash browns are... Hi, y'all going... If Ronald McDonald was in this chat, y'all make him break down and cry. I agree. Hash browns are awful for you, but delicious. How is hash browns awful for you? Hash browns... It's fried potato. It's fried, LA. You just answered your own dang question. Leave me alone. Ooh, leave me alone. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Ooh, I don't want you no more. Y'all remember that with Angela Bassett and the Michael Jackson American Dream? We thank you for the joy, for the joy, for the joy you have given us. We thank you. Insane. I'm like, really? Then they cued the song. When I think of home, I think of love and understanding. And I'm like, Grandmama singing on the Michael Jackson American Dream soundtrack. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to skip the commercial. The link is in the description below if you're interested in following along with myself and Cool Peeps. I am reacting / listening to the Joe Budden podcast, episode 878. Streets need a body. Don't that sound like an Al Green remix? Streets need a body. I'm like, dang, Al Green done stepped it up. I thought he was the changed man. I thought Al Green went from singing for the devil and started singing for the Lord, but I guess he back singing for dun dun dun. Aha, fried potatoes. Yes, I'm back. Have anyone else figured out how to get... Oh yeah, I read about it. You probably left. I did read that after I had left the computer for a minute in the first live stream, and then I came back, and I did go back to see what comments I missed, and I did look up what that was. So I looked it up. It's something kind of rare. So rare meaning it's not at the top of the list for what people would want, but I did read what it was about. Excuse me, fried potatoes are awful for you. Fried starch adds massive calories and fats. Bring on the calories, bring on the fats. Get you a gym membership and you'll be fine. Thank you. Let me see what they're talking about still. Okay, so they're still talking about adult content that I'm not going to regurgitate on here. Fried potatoes on a hard roll with a hamburger patty. Add fries, onions, fried peppers. You name it! Mustard and ketchup. That sounds like a whole meal right there. Is this the sandwich you're talking about? I need to read that again. Fried potatoes on a hard roll. Check. A hamburger patty. Okay, and fried onions, fried peppers, mustard, and ketchup. Boy, that's a whole meal right there. And I'm up here with this Thai peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You want to talk about a whole meal? You got me up here feeling like I'm back in elementary school when my mama made me that Thai cold sandwich, and I'm sitting at the table, yes, with the white rich kids. And I'm looking like a dummy, feeling like a dummy. And they have Lunchables, juice boxes, name brand cookies, real straws, a real nice lunch box, ice packs to keep their food cold. They happy. They got letters in their mailbox. I love you, Timmy. I can't wait for you to come home because it's gonna be a hot meal waiting for you. And I got this. And a whole bunch of pain. A whole bunch of pain. And you want to get on my live stream talk about fried potatoes on a hard roll with a hamburger patty, French fries, fried peppers, mustard, ketchup, and cheese. I cannot. Someday, one day, as I struggle stream and eat this struggle sandwich, I'm gonna make it. I just gotta make it. I just gotta make it. Trey Songs, I just gotta make it. I want this. I want this. I don't want this sandwich no more. Okay, okay. Thanks a lot. Man. How many more years must I thank the Lord above for the struggle? Moving forward. So as they continue participating in adult conversation, look through here and see what else I can dredge out in reference to what I did not read. Ooh, how did this scroll up? There we go. Loyalty and Drake. Oh, Mona getting ready to ask some questions she should not ask. So basically, Parks is talking about his wife. Parks said his wife is 10 years younger than him. Okay. And then Joel said he is. So Joel says Sade is 6 years younger than Joel. But in reference to Parks talking about the age difference between he and his wife, which is a 10 years age gap, Mona is Mona, and she's going to ask a question that was probably inappropriate. Mona's going to be Mona, but Joe was there to stop her. And in that moment, since we all know Mona's going to be Mona, she's like that girl from the Proud Family whose head is shaped like an onion with a blonde ponytail. Everybody like her, but sometimes you have to be like, don't say that. So Joe stopped her from asking the question. And in that moment, many people probably would have saw that as a problem. But from my point of view of growing up, I saw that as like a situation in the family where you know your sister so well, or you know your cousin well enough to know, don't ask that. But they'll back down and not do it. And in that moment, it's a beautiful teachable moment because now that Mona knows there's some things you just don't ask, she'll know how to divert in the future. Sometimes all key pointers when engaging with the new staff won't be exposed or expounded upon. You just have to let things happen. But thankfully, there was somebody there, Joel, with the training wheels to let Mona rip. And if she was about to go somewhere in deep waters, he stopped her. That's just like a love tap. You say, that's hot. Don't do that. No, no, babies know that. I'm not calling Mona a baby, but that's how I saw that. So that was a really cute moment between the two because Mona isn't dumb and she's going to be quick to pick up, like, oh, that don't go there. Okay, maybe I should be a little bit more respectable when it comes to at least the segment of marriage. Okay, life goes on, move forward, and continue to move forward. That was a cute little segment, and it had like a little Full House moment. Let's say a Full House TV show. Everywhere you go, something, something, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. If black people had Full House, that would have been one of those learning moments right there. So shouts out to Joe and Mona. Shouts out Joe for saying Mona to Mona. Don't touch that. It's hot. Don't do that. That was cute. What are they talking about now? What did they just say? So Joe was sharing one of his past experiences. Like he was on a date with a friend. Let's just leave it like that. In his past, I'm presuming. Okay, let's leave it at that. They were having so much fun, seeing the sights, blah blah blah. She was having so much fun that she got excited. She wanted to, bring him home to the family. Like, I want to show you to my papa. I'm like, dun dun dun. He's like, oh no, that's all right, that's all right, that's all right. Wow, but that's cool. That was cute. As I put my Todd struggle sandwich down on my struggle stream channel, wipe my greasy face. Did he say his parents on the set? It sounded like Joe said his parents on the set. That's cute. Are they getting the plate? And that's where I leave it. Shout out to Joe Budden's parents if I heard that right there on the set. That's adorable. See, that is the life, guys. Doing a job that where you're your own boss. You get to sit around kicking topics around. This is like really cool, and they're getting paid for it. So heaven forbid if it's an emergency, you don't really have to worry about whether or not I'm gonna get fired. You still have access to your family and to your friends, and you're still getting paid at the same time. Modern day life is wonderful. It's nice to see that they segued off of that content. Shouts out to the parents for changing the subject simply by gracing their presence behind the scenes. They're talking about Klay Thompson right now. Klay Thompson said he wanted to go to the Mavericks and play next to Luka. Joe said they shipped Luka away, meaning he's not there anymore. Is that true? So it's nice to see that they're talking about something else. Shouts out to Mr. Huxtable. I like Mona. She's gonna do just fine. I think so too. I like Mona. She's friendly and she talks. Mona is a girl, so rightfully so, most girls are genetically known to talk a lot. So what are we talking about? Mona talk too much. She's a girl. They talk. But like I said, what was a cute learning moment is where Joe, right on the spot, was like, don't go there. Shh. Not like she's a dog, a pet, or animal, or a little girl. But it was a swift move. So back to Klay Thompson. Let me Google in what's going on with Klay Thompson. Let me see here. What? I thought Megan was dating the soccer player all this time, y'all. I didn't know Meg Thee Stallion was dating a basketball player. Last time I checked on Meg Thee Stallion and left her alone was when she was dating a soccer player. I left it there and I thought that's who she was with this whole time. Excuse me. Klay Thompson's current girlfriend is the rapper Megan Thee Stallion, and their relationship has been in the news recently due to comments made by former NBA players like Patrick Beverley about her, which Klay defended. And because he named a new boat after her in late 2025, y'all, I didn't even know this. According to AI Overview, relationship confirmation, Thompson seemingly confirmed his relationship with Meg Thee Stallion around mid 2025. So that's fairly recent. I didn't know that though, y'all. Gosh almighty, let me pause this really quickly because they're jumping off somewhere else. So it says, player comments in defense. In November 2025, former players questioned Megan's impact on Clay's game, prompting Thompson to publicly defend her, asking others to, quote, do better, fellas. Bolt name. In December 2025, he further showed his affection by naming the new bolt Meg Thee Stallion, end quote, as reported by The Athletic. In summary, Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion are publicly together, and their relationship has been the topic of discussion, especially following comments from other players that Klay firmly shut down. This is news to me. Wow. I bet all y'all already knew the ins and outs of Meg Thee Stallion. Girl, you just not finding out that she ain't with that soccer player no more. That was 85 years ago. Keep up with the times. I am keeping up with the times. That's why I'm listening to the Joe Budden podcast, because it helps keep me abreast of the things that are currently going on. Because you see, I'm behind. So, wow. Okay, I am at the 1 hour 52-minute marker right now. Link is in the description below if you're interested in following along with me. I'm getting ready to push play and see what else I need to learn about in modern day society. Tell me something. Oh, I forgot to heat up my coffee. Well, not coffee. I forgot to heat up my tea. I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more. They're talking about some guy named Twan. And they throwing numbers around. They said 5,000, so I started thinking, sing with me. I know that's right. Moving forward, they up here throwing around numbers and stuff, made me think of that song. Man. So who are they talking about now? Are they still talking about the what's his name? Klay Thompson still? Yeah, they're still talking about Klay. Yeah. Let me put, y'all, I didn't know, so I'm about to put this in here real quick. I'm just now finding it out now. So now they're talking about how it seems as though in the industry they use women as the scapegoat for the male's poor performance in sports, i.e. Klay Thompson, Meg Thee Stallion, Taylor Swift and her football guy, and Ciara and her football guy. They're saying that it seems as though when the guys perform low or get off their square game in these sports, they put the blame mostly on their new person or celebrity girlfriend that they are dating. That's what they're talking about right now. You think steak is overrated? Steak be tough. You gotta cook it right. Steak is tough. You have to cook it right. Number two, steak is fun to cook because you have the seasoning, and the shh. And if you do cook it right, it's perfect. And then the wrapping of the steak and presenting it. So I like to cook it, but I don't gravitate to it too much. If I'm going to eat steak, it's got to be a little bit and cut up in a way so it's digestible. But it is fun to cook, I can't say that. A thin steak. If the steak is thin, is it still called a steak? It's not the same. The experience of a steak growing up for me was an actual big old hunk of meat served with potato. Steak and potato. So what are they talking about? Mona fell asleep. She was supposed to go somewhere. She didn't make it. Is that what happened? She said he's lying. They didn't go anywhere yet because she fell asleep. Subway says it's fault. Not, I keep saying this. Subway is close to survey. Which one y'all choosing today? Oh snap! Burger King's numbers declining. Burger King and McDonald's are tied at 27%. McDonald's and Burger King are at 27%. When they're at commercial now. The show is on commercial. McDonald's, wait a sec. Wendy's is at 13%. And Arby's is, oh, it changed. Somebody just voted. Hold on. So now Burger King is at 27%. McDonald's is at 31%. Wendy's is at 12%. And Arby's is at 31%. I chose Burger King. Burger King in the heezy. Yeah. Burger King for life. Hey, Burger King in the heezy. Burger King for life. Thank you. Thank you. Skip the commercial. The show is back on. Fancy schmancy food. Wow, court news. Hold on. So they just lightly brushed over the Tory Lanez Meg the Stallion court case. You know, Joe was like, Tory, you ain't getting out, blah blah blah. And then that was that. That's all they said. They just skated over it. And now Mona's getting ready to talk about some more celebrity court news. So I paused it right there because my music stopped on here, and I need to play it. This app is acting up, and I think it's because I need to update it. I update it when I'm good and ready. You know, dog, just play. It's fine the way it is. What more do you want from me? Why do I gotta keep on updating it and it's fine? Update your application. I don't want to. I just got used to this one. Now you telling me update it. What you gonna change on it now? Just don't make no kind of sense. Okay, I had the music playing again. Y'all, where's the rest of my sandwich? I'm at the 1 hour 58-minute marker. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. The reaction review Budden podcast episode 878. Streets need a body. Oh my goodness. Where's my paper towel? Oh, Mona's talking about the Lil Durk court case. I'm just gonna let her talk. I'm not saying anything else about that. I don't even want to Google it. Oh, this soda is cold, y'all. I need to put it over here. Y'all want some peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Like, no, never mind. I'm okay. That's okay. Oh, man. Peanut butter jelly. You know, out of all the sandwiches, you don't hear anybody preparing piranha. Yeah, let's go to the tropics and get us a piranha sandwich. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Martha Stewart speaking the way she speaks? She's like, it's time to prepare the piranha sandwich. How do you do that? Mona says she can fight. Who was she talking about fighting in a scenario situation? Mona be like Tina Turner. I don't really wanna fight no more. It's all about letting go. The last penny. Not Penny Hardaway. Penny. He's talking about JC Penny's. Oh no, they're talking about the money penny. What? The last penny was printed. Why are we letting those go? What the people gonna do with work at the Dollar Tree? They always be like, $1. What are we gonna do? So let me look this up. They're talking about the last penny was printed. See, y'all, that's why I listen to this, because they be talking about a lot of stuff. I can take this back to the family, man. Like, you hear about this, man? The last penny was printed. Why? Is it true? This is sad. Why would you get rid of the pennies? That's just like saying Pluto don't exist anymore. Excuse me. Why is the truth that the penny is getting? Dog, that's messed up. Let me write this down real quick. Y'all have me breaking out my clipboard. Yo, I'll be picking them up, man. Every dollar, every cent counts. What do you mean? I'm getting ready to look this up. Hold on. The Dollar Tree, child. The Dollar Tree. Mona's like, what can you buy with the dollar? Dollar Tree. But she's rich, so she probably don't step in Family Dollar, Dollar General, Goodwill, Dollar Tree. Not Brother Freeze Sister Mona. Is the Oh snap! Mona just said, you can make." She said, you can the way you sound, you can make dumb stuff sound smart." So hold on, really quickly. Was the last penny printed? Let me rephrase the question. It says here, y'all, the last circulating U.S. penny was minted on November 12th, 2025, during a ceremonial strike at the Philadelphia Mint. While the production of new pennies has ceased, they remain legal tender, and an estimated 300 billion are still in circulation. The decision to end the production was based on the rising cost of minting each penny, which exceeds its 1 cent value. This sounds like a them problem, not an us problem. Final minting. The U.S. Treasurer, Brandon Breach, struck the last penny as part of a ceremonial event. Still rocking, holding strong. Let's see here. Legal tender. Pennies are not being removed from circulation according to AI Overview, and they can still be used to buy goods and services. Auctioned coins. The final ceremonial coins will not enter the final ceremonial coins will not enter circulation and will instead be auctioned off by the U.S. Mint. Make that make sense. They always want to have all the money. Reasons for discontinuation. The cost to produce a penny has risen to nearly 4 cents, making its continued production unstable. So get rid of the nickel, keep the penny, dummy. Boy, good, hard to find. I just tell you, the people they hire. Lastly, further circulation. According to AI Overview, the circulating supply will gradually shrink as pennies are taken out of use, which may lead to shortages from some retailers in the future. And I completely think of let me minimize this really quickly. I think of the Dollar Tree. Like I said, they have odd numbers. What are they going to do? So they're going to discontinue the penny. Well, they've done that already. Now, I've heard that circulated on the news, but like I said, so much stuff has been happening on TV, it's hard to harvest all of the information, right? So now this is giving me the chance and opportunity to validate what I thought I heard and was hoping that what I heard wasn't true. Come to find out, it is true, y'all. I am doing the reaction review of Joe Budden Podcast episode 874. I currently paused the video so I can inform myself to see if what they were talking about is true. And sadly enough, it is. And that is the discontinuation of the penny. Bummer. Let's see here. What else do we have? Let me pull up my my chat and get ready to start the show. Dang. So, oh, that's the note I wanted to write too. I think it's messed up. So they've gotten rid of the penny and they've gotten rid of Pluto. Let me write something down. Gotten rid of the planet. Note is noted. So having said that, I am about to press play again. I am at the 2 hour 4-minute marker. The link is in the description below if you're interested. Let's see here. Interested in following the link below. So everybody is trying to convince Mona the importance of the penny and how it is fun to collect loose change and take it to the bank at the end of the year and deposit it into your account. So now that the penny is discontinued, you know, what are stores going to do? They're not going to be giving back the proper change, or they're going to have to change the price points of things to ensure that when stuff is totaled out with taxes, that it'll come to an even amount. It's not odd. Thusly, that means things are going to be higher. Right? Exactly. I feel that way too. It's fun saving coins. I'm going to pick it up off of the floor or off the ground if I see it. You know? Oh, they just went to commercial. So, yeah. Good rest in peace to the penny. It's no longer in circulation. I think that's not a good move. The commercial is playing. Yeah, it still is. It's in circulation just like the $2 bill. Although you have access to it, it's not as accessible. That's too bad. Another commercial. It's about the streaming service. I gotta make sure it skips. Oh, they just showed the Grinch. Time to skip. So that's what Mark Lamont Hill is saying. What I just read to you about the article. They were saying the production cost to make a penny has gone up 3 cents, which is why they finished making the penny. Huh? So they're going on their spiel that we're slowly getting away from tangible money. Everything's turning digital. That's a bummer. I like to have choices. I don't want one choice. It takes the fun out of shopping. Oh my gosh, they're talking about their iPhones. So whether or not there's a pop-up that comes up apparently in iPhones where it's like track your location, allow or don't allow. I'm like, what? Target introduced a new rule. What did Target do now? Oh, their employees have to smile more. Common courtesy. You have a job. You have to make people feel welcome in the store, or at least comfortable. Come on. Wow. Isn't that everywhere though? All stores would rather you be personable and friendly. So I don't know why Target is just now laying down the law to smile more. Let me Target. Excuse me. So they're talking about when they go to their experiences with Target, and they're in the towel section, and they're waiting for someone to come by for help. A Target employee goes by, and they're like, "Excuse me, can you help? I only work in electronics," and they whiz by. And no help comes. That's everywhere. Really, I haven't been to Target in a long time, and this was years before the whole Target boycott situation. I simply stopped going to Target because as they started to remodel their store, it's like they remodeled it three good times after the first time Target was ever built. It was like the third and the fourth remodeling or what have you, it started to look less and less kid friendly, less and less family oriented. It started to look sterile, like a new age, boring, bland store. It started to look like I was shopping in a hospital gift shop. It was lifeless and colorless. Pretty much how McDonald's, McDonald's, there was a magical land at one time with the fry kids, Ronald McDonald with the colors. Their slogan was food, folks, and fun. But as McDonald's slowly started to do facelifts and remodels, which each with each facelift and each remodel, a lot of the life was getting sucked out of the presentation. Now it's the McDonald's that we see today. It is cold. That's the reason I stopped shopping at Target. It's dead and empty feeling there. So it don't matter whether or not the employee smile in my face all day and be genuine and authentic. It's the atmosphere of the store itself. It's dead. They're talking about giving the workers raises. Remember the regular show? Dun, 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 dun. Give us a raise, loser. It was the episode when they found the keyboard and it was called The Power. So Marcus said he think people should be pleasant and workers should smile. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of tough. Smile, 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 smile. I was like, leave us alone. If anything, if you're not smiling, at least do the bare minimum. If someone's asking you for something and it's not your department, this isn't my department. Let me go get someone who's there. Or if you're understaffed and you already know there's nobody else there to help, this is not my department. Not a lot of people working today. Well, you cannot, I don't know if you can divulge all that. It's not my department. It might be a little tough trying to find some help, or that person in the department is not here today. Um, I can do my best to help you and leave it at that. But you don't have to smile while you're saying that. It's the fact that you're going that extra mile to say, how can I help you even though I'm unfamiliar with this and the person in this department isn't working today? It's as simple as that. So now they're talking about, people's regular face, your resting face. Yeah, it can be straight. Hello, welcome to Target. What can I help you with? You know what? I don't know where that's at. I'm the only one working the floor today for a couple of hours. But if you're willing to work with me, we can find this together. Let's go. Mona said she joined the program when she got out of jail. She talked about another jail story. Oh no, she got kicked out for her facial expression? That's messed up. Oh man. Ooh. So how can I say this? Hey, what's going on? I'm at the 2 hour 13-minute marker of episode 878, Joe Butter Podcast Streets Needs a Body, and I paused it because Mona said, when she got out of jail, she had to go into this program that encouraged them to like join some type of union. She said she got kicked out of the program by a female because the female told her that Mona didn't smile enough. Mona said that the reason she believes that she was kicked out of the program for not smiling enough is because at that time she was working her podcast and it was starting to take flight. So the woman who fired Mona, well, kicked Mona out of the program after she got out of jail, Mona felt that the way she um let her go was because it was envy. You know, I'm paraphrasing. The woman who kicked Mona out of the program was like, you've got that little program, or she's like, you've got that little podcast going, so why don't you just go do that? I get that. I've been talked to like that before too. Just cannot keep things professional. If I'm doing a good job at work, you're gonna find some way to fire me because you feel some type of way. Moving forward, Mona continues and saying that's the whole reason she feels she got kicked out of that program. Next thing, Mona said the lady who didn't do it right ended up passing away. Yikes! That's creepy because I had a scenario like that happen to me. I did not rejoice in her passing, but when I found out that she was no longer with us, that lady did me wrong. Moving on. I'm gonna play the tape. High five Mona. Bam! So this is what they're talking about. They're still talking about whether or not this new rule that Target implemented that people need to smile more. Mona is saying that, when you're working customer service, it's common knowledge is to smile. In reference to Starbucks and Chick-fil-A. Okay. We're going to do coffee extra friendly and really focused on the person's experience. I get that. Well, go do you and build that into your repertoire of businesses. Shouts out to Chick-fil-A and Starbucks who do pride themselves in customer service. They are emphasizing that they are actually training the how to do that. Exactly. They're not just throwing you in, smile, B, get it done. No. I believe they probably do a really good vetting out of people when they interview. That's another thing too. There's a type of personality at Chick-fil-A and Starbucks there they are looking for. And you can naturally see the people who are genuinely happy. So that's who they go for. Customer service is fun if that's your thing, so those are the people they're going for. But if you're working at like a Walmart, a Target, Hobby Lobby, a Dollar Tree, a Dollar General, I believe they're asking for too much. The fact of the matter that they're willing to work at a store like that and be dedicated to just being to work on time should be more than enough, because those types of stores that I listed, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, they're always understaffed and the workload is heavy. So implementing them to smile more, I'm gonna write you up, they don't need that. Fix it, Felix. So they're still talking about it. Let me see what else there is on the Target news. What's going on with the new Target policy about smiling? So I'm getting ready to look it up and see what's going on. Thank you guys for coming in. Target's 10 through 4 policy is a new employee training initiative requiring staff to smile, make eye contact, and be friendly within 10 feet of customers. 10? Come on now. Even with the C-19, it was 6. Y'all doing a little too much with that one. So once again, Target's 10-4 policy is a new employee training initiative requiring staff to smile, make eye contact, and be friendly within 10 feet of customers. An initiative and initiate conversation with 4 feet, aiming to boost sales and guest loyalty amidst declining sales and corporate changes. Oh, now that your sales are declining, you want people to smile more. So, had this not happened, you were comfortable with having lackadaisical customer service. So having said that, I ripped that whole thing up because it's obviously, as long as you were making money, you didn't care how your employees treated the customers because you were making money. Now you want to backtrack and do things the right way. Moving forward, according to AI Overview, this is aiming to boost sales and guest loyalty amidst declining sales and corporate changes. Though it's drawing criticism for potentially creating stressful, inauthentic interactions and facing potential legal scrutiny over gender biases. So they are still continuing talking about this whole Target situation right now. So they're all agreeing that if there's one business that needs to focus on getting business back into the store is Target. I get it, but like I just said, you only want to do it right now because you're losing money. It should have been wanting to be done right beforehand. Exactly. I just thought that's general corporate policy to get your job, exude good customer service. Good mercy. I tell y'all. Moving forward, I think they're getting ready to segue into another topic. Oh no. They're talking. I don't even know if I want to repeat that. So right now they're talking about rapper Young Thug, and I'll leave it at that. I'm going to listen to what they're talking about right now. Moving forward. I'm not going to touch this topic they're talking on, but if you're interested in chiming in on what they are saying, the timestamp that I'm currently listening in is at the 2-hour 19-minute marker. Link is in the description below. So while they're talking about that, I'm going to go to the not subway. I am going to go to the survey. Which one y'all choosing today? We've got, wow, Burger King is losing. When we first started this live stream, Burger King was winning. Burger King is at 28% and is still tied with McDonald's. Burger King and McDonald's are at 28%. Wendy's is at 11% and Arby's is at 33%. I chose Burger King. Excuse me. So while they're talking about the Young Thug situation, let me go back to the Target thing and see if there's anything else. In reference to the Target policy, the policy is 10-foot rule. Employees must smile, make eye contact, wave, and use friendly body language. This reminds me of Walmart. Remember when Walmart had the smiling face mascot? I miss that. I miss when Walmart was happy and it had that cute little smiling face. Now the smiley face is gone and it's this stupid logo up there. So that's just like Walmart telling its employees, you need to smile more. How can we smile more when you took down our mascot, which was a whole actual smiley face? That would make me sad. Smile, fool, smile. But we're going to take away your mascot that's actually a smiley face. To me, that's what Target is doing, but in reverse. What's going on? Hey, Chile. Walmart. I'm just saying. Yeah, shaking my head to Walmart. Right now, they were talking about how Target is implementing this smiling policy where employees must smile, make eye contact, wave, and use friendly body language. But when I was reading this, the only reason that they are bringing this back is because Target is trying to figure out ways to generate money. So in that paragraph alone, right, boo, I'm like, so you mean to tell me if you weren't losing money because of the changing times and all that stuff, you wouldn't even care if your employees continued not giving a dang about the customers? You wouldn't even care if the Target employees was walking around mean mugging people and dodging customers to help. But now that your money is drying up, you want to implement something that you should have originally implemented from day one. I'm like, tear it up. I don't even want to hear it because you wasn't even caring in the first place. I know, like they were saying on the podcast, you got to do what you got to do to make money, but not like that. Oh, we want to straighten up and fly right now and treat you guys right since we're not making money. I think if you did it the other way around, you wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. So I roll. So in reference to the policy, it says the 10-foot rule, a 4-foot rule. Employees must initiate a warm, helpful conversation. A conversation. You work at Target. They be telling you, get back to work. Get back to work. Don't be holding a conversation with the employees. Now they're implementing a rule where you say you have to engage in conversation. We have to be more careful about engaging in conversation because there's a lot of lonely people out here. And you start holding the conversation and they become a regular coming into the store only wanting to see you because Target said if you don't hold a conversation with these people and be overly nice to these people, you're going to be fired. But these people gonna start wanting you only, and it can get creepy. What are you gonna do? Exactly. And sure as it rains, just my luck, we have corporate come in on my day. I get the creepy people, and I'm trying to protect my energy, and I'm not going to even insert myself to try to help them because they giving scary vibes. So the best thing to do is try to deviate from there. Just my luck, here come corporate. Why aren't you talking to Michael Myers? You're supposed to look Michael Myers in the eye and say, hi, Michael Myers. Welcome to Target. How may I help you? Oh, bath towels and linen? Sure. car and you want to go to the kitchen supplies and knives and chainsaws, okay, Michael Myers, even though you're bleeding from the arm and you smell really bad and you look scary, I'll take you over to the chainsaw department. You know, the story of my life. So corporate is not in touch. Heaven help us. Heaven help us. Good mercy. Good afternoon. Welcome in. I am on the time step of 2 hours 25 minutes of Joe Budden podcast episode 878. And I learned a lot of stuff on here so far. Number one, they did verify what I did hear in passing on the news. Seemed like 3 or 4 weeks ago. The penny is discontinued, guys. The last penny went into press and there will be no more pennies printed up. So I learned that on here today, and that's saddening. Now the Target 10-foot rule and 4-foot rule. That's crazy. And y'all, I've learned that Meg Thee Stallion is dating the NBA player. I told you I quit following Meg Thee Stallion when she was dating a soccer player. And that seemed like many moons ago because I thought she was done. The way she was talking, carrying on. I didn't know she had left the soccer player and floated on to somebody else. So I'm like, dang, all this time she talking about that's why it's so much controversy about this said basketball player. Do I have the link still up? That's why I wasn't making the connection with Megan Thee Stallion and this guy named Klay Thompson. I thought they were talking about a whole nother different sport, which was soccer. So now I'm making the connections of what they were talking about on ESPN. I wasn't getting it because I was half listening to ESPN in the background when they're talking about Meg Thee Stallion. I'm like, why are they talking about Meg Thee Stallion? And I was like, I don't see any soccer on TV, so I would dismiss it. That's why it wasn't making sense. Moving forward, as I continue on playing the video. What are they segueing into now? Man, this episode in particular has been action-packed with a lot of topics. No, I don't. Oh, I'm not getting ready to talk about. I'm not going to go into. What can I say? To keep you guys abreast, they're talking about, other court stuff right now. But if you're interested in divulging into what they're talking about, 2-minute 27-second marker, link is in the description below. It seems like when they have these podcasts, because this one is 3 hours, it seems like they should have snacks or something. Like, where are their waters? I'm up here doing a reaction video to their video, and I have snacks, something to get me through. Like, where's their fruit and veggie tray? I'm at this timestamp in the video, I'm actually getting tired for them. Where's their grapes and carrots, crackers, ham and cheese tray? They barely touch their coffee cups in the background. Well, that's them and I'm me. I have my snacks. Ah, man. Oh my gosh, they're talking about tinfoil hat stuff. You remember the tinfoil hats? They're talking about stuff like that right now. I want to thank you guys for getting the likes up during the duration of the time being on. I'm not leaving. There's about how does this look? It looked like it's about 20 more minutes left in this video, but while I'm thinking about it, I want to say thank you guys for coming in and showing your support. Grilled cheese is the most overrated food ever. You really think so? Someone said that steak is overrated. Now you're saying grilled cheese is overrated. How come? Is it because it's just basically bread and cheese? And it's like, if I'm going to eat bread and cheese, I might as well order a pizza. I'm going to put grilled cheese sandwich in here. Sandwich. So now they're talking about the allure and illusion of grilled. I see you gotta say grilled cheese. So now they're currently talking about the allure and illusion of conspiracy theories in general. Exactly. Wow. Yeah, pizza, cheese pizza is good, but cheese pizza has sauce on it. You know, when you order a cheese pizza, it's like the dough, the sauce, then the cheese. Y'all, I ordered a cheese pizza years ago, and it was from Little Caesars, and it was the bread and just the cheese. And when the order was placed, the guy asked me on the phone like 3 or 4 times. It seemed like 5 times. Are you sure this is what you want? I'm like, yes, cheese and bread. He's like, that's all you want on your pizza. So you're saying to me you want the pizza, like the bread and just cheese on top, no sauce. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, if you ask me one more time if I'm sure this is what I want, I'm gonna be like Ghost Dad and climb through the phone and give me the food. So this is a cool section. They're all chiming in on whether or not they believe in, the tinfoil hat talk or not. This is cool because this scene instantly took me back to the story called The Pee Wee Scouts. It was a children's series book, and it was about a group of kids. Of course, they were in scouts, but to me, it reminded me of the little conversations that they would have where they felt so strongly about different situations, and they would talk amongst friends and go around the table and express why they didn't believe in something. So this is what's going on right now with the party regarding conspiracy theories. So it's really nice just watching and observing, seeing a controlled dialogue go back and forth as they share their pros and cons to said topic. On a good day when my family would get together and talk, the conversations would be easily paced like that, but it didn't happen much because usually to me it seemed it would end up with yelling and arguing. So this is nice seeing them have disagreements without get out of my house. Will y'all please quit walking into the shot while I get up? Good mercy. Set up the cameras better. I know y'all have more room than what I have working up on here. I'm quite sure y'all can angle those cameras a little bit more better. Let's see here. Evening. What are they talking about? Evening plans? We must really be getting close to the end because they're getting ready to start talking about what everyone's going to do after work. Oh, they're talking about birthday plans. Like, what is she gonna do to celebrate her birthday? So they're going to the Knicks game. Cool. Okay, next tab is, let me see what I can pull up really quickly. So here, according to AI overview, while they talk lightly about the her birthday, Sade's birthday plans, it says yes, Sade Monique, Joe Budden's fiance, has been spotted attending Knicks games with him on multiple occasions, often sitting courtside. While public information doesn't explicitly state her level of fandom, her repeated attendance suggests she at least enjoys accompanying Budden to the games. Joe Budden is, oh, come on. It opened up another tab. Let me go backwards. They're playing the tape right now. Let me pause it really quickly. It says here, Joe Budden is a known Knicks fan, and they have been seen together at Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden! And for playoff games and regular season matchups. This information was brought to you by AI Overview. Please be advised that AI Overview do make mistakes, but that's cool. So I'm at the 2 hour 34 minute marker, and they're playing another tape of somebody. Let's see what they're saying on here. What is this? What is this tape talking about? Hold on, let me look this up. It went to a commercial. Goodness. Skip the commercial. My show just went to a commercial. I'm getting ready to skip it. They're talking about hot dogs. Yes, glizzy is a popular slang term for a hot dog, especially among younger generations and on social media platforms like TikTok. The term gained widespread recognition around the early 2020s, though its use originated earlier in the Washington, D.C. area. The origin of the term glizzy. The term's evolution is an interesting example of how slang can change meaning. Original meaning glizzy first emerged in DC street and rap culture as a slang for a Glock or a pow pow. The word transitioned to mean a hot dog due to the similar elongated shape of the food item and the pow pow's extended magazine. Oh my gosh, are you serious? No, new generation, stop! Mainstream popularity, social media trends, viral videos, especially those featuring Glizzy and Costco and the forbidden Glizzy, Costco hack, and even a competitive eater nicknamed Glizzy Lizzy helped push the term into the mainstream lexicon. While it's a widely understood term now, some people still consider it informal or dislike the name, preferring traditional terms like Fritter, or Wiener. Oh my gosh. So they just finished playing the tape with some guy talking about hot dogs. I tell you, like I was saying before, how words change every so many years. So now they call glizzies hot dogs. They are actually talking about all the spices and condiments that you can put on a hot dog. That's crazy because this morning on Freestyle Thursdays, there was a cool people in the chat talking about how every month he takes his wife um to somewhere in New York to get an Italian hot dog because it's one of her favorite foods. So every month he makes special runs to go get her favorite food. The other one was an Italian hot dog and the other one had to do something with oxtails. So that's crazy because now in this segment everybody's kicking it around the couch and talking about how good hot dogs are. And I think that's cool too because whenever I think of New York, I always think of taxi cabs and the hot dog foods carts on every corner. And it's really cool because like in the past, you know, the movie called The Firm and all these lawyer movies and TV shows that came on like in the late 90s early 2000s, they would show these powerful lawyers on TV, you know, trench coats, fancy schmancy shoes, and talking all fancy and stuff. But they'll be like, hey, let's go get something to eat and we'll talk about this over lunch. And so, keeping up with this air of how I just explained to you how they are depicted, they'll walk out of the court place, the separate door from everyone else, but still meet back in the front street corner of a busy area with the common people standing in line ordering a hot dog. That was really cool. I tell you, food really brings people together. Shouts out to the hot dog. Oops. Let me minimize that. The screen's too big. Oh, it keeps doing the same thing. Hold on. I'm trying to get my screen together. Um, I see what I'm doing. Okay. Wow, this is almost over. Very good. Let me put hot dog. There it is. They're talking about storage wars now, right now. Ooh, why would he even say it? That sounds like this situation. Remember at unfortunately Joel Osteen's church, there was a plumber who went to the bathroom, and upon working on repairing the toilet in the bathroom, he had to go in through the wall to, you know, get the pipes and stuff fitted. Having done that, he found like, was it a bag of money or a lot of tithes and offering envelopes, you know, filled with cash. He turned it in, and they gave him like something that didn't even match the amount of money that he turned in and found. This is one of those situations. Sushi is my pick for most overrated. I've tried several times. I like sashimi and tempura, but mostly I found it overpriced and tasteless. There's, like at our Kroger's, they have a sushi stand, and there's different variants of sushi and such. I really like how it's placed. It looks really pretty fun and interesting to look at. I can't say so. That's cool. So far as an overrated food, we've got steak, sushi, which is your answer, and the other overrated food, grilled cheese. High five. So let me see if I can find the story that they're talking about. What is the storage wars story? What? Hello? Wow. So here's the story. A famous storage war story involves a man who bought an abandoned storage unit for just $500 from auctioneer Dan Dawson. Finding a safe inside that held $7.5 million in cash. After the original owners found out, they contacted him, eventually settling on a deal where he returned most of the money but kept $1.2 million as a reward for finding it, making a massive profit from his initial purchase. So this is what everybody is talking about on the couch, wondering whether or not they would have even said something about it in the first place, and how would you handle the situation, which is why I was talking about the whole Joel Osteen situation where the plumber found money in the walls of the church. There was tithes and offering envelopes, and it accrued to a lot of cash. He turned it in, and he didn't even get a fraction of that back of what he turned in doing a good deed. Can we go to McDonald's and split a Happy Meal? Ha ha ha! Man, Happy Meal. So now they're talking about the joys of watching the show Storage Wars. That is a good show. Yep. I like watching Storage Wars. It is fun. Speaking of Storage Wars, it was kind of like a little scene like that in Minecraft, if you've seen it. So once again, all of these facts that I've been reading back to you guys have been brought to you by AI Overview, and there's a disclaimer at the end where AI Overview reminds me, saying that the information is subject to mess ups. So just keeping that in mind. The information is read by AI. I read it off of AI Overview, and AI Overview is subject to making mistakes. Hello. Why do you always have to chalk it up as a loft when they don't want to? So it seems like they're segueing back to this whole storage war $7 million situation. They were saying, like, why would you even tell them in the first place of what you found? You bought the storage outright, so what's in it is for you now. Yikes. Wow. So this conversation is touching the lives of the people in the back of the studio. The behind the scenes people of the show are yelling from a distance, I can find my way. I can go the distance. Hercules. They're shouting from the back of the set to the front of the set and chiming in on what they would or wouldn't do if that situation happened to them. Dang. Wow. Right. Dear sir, I found your $7.5 million. Thank you, darling. You're so nice. I need to reward you for something. Here's 75 cents. May God continue to bless you. Ooh. So they're continuing talking about this interesting subject. Wow. What does the answer say? If a storage unit is sold, the buyer legally owes everything inside it. Now the technicalities happens like if you know storage unit wasn't properly delegated, far as getting enough warnings, properly told, then those are the loopholes where the party can ask for their stuff back. But under this situation, it doesn't seem like that happened. So the owner who bought the storage unit wins everything in that unit because everything was done correctly, right? It belongs to the new buyer. That's crazy. You guys, it feels like a bright sunny day, like a springtime. The sun's starting to shine. I'm having a good day. I'm enjoying kicking it on here, finally making it through this live stream. This one was actually one of the longer ones. But I see the cast walk off the set sometimes, rightfully so, happy to probably stretch their legs and stuff. Because I find myself having to tell you, like, yo, I gotta go. I gotta go to the ladies' room. Be right back. So I get it. I'm not leaving right now, but that's what I usually will have to do. Thank you guys so much for pressing like in here, lifting up the live stream. Oh, they segued into another streaming station. They're talking about Peacock again. What show is on? Which movie are they talking about now that's streaming? They don't even know if they finished watching the show. What are they talking about now? They're always recommending shows, y'all. Uh-oh, spoiler alert. They're getting to do a spoiler alert on the show. Abort, abort. Fast forward, fast forward. Wow, what show are they talking about? My sandwich is gone. Whatever show they're reviewing, apparently there's a couple of people who didn't act so well in the show. He's slaughtering. They're horrible acting. Just horrible, horrible acting. Yikes. Wow. Whatever show they're talking about, it's funny to hear them point out parts in the show that were highlighted. It had to be the highlight, and they're reacting it. Maybe I can look it up and see. The more I listen to them, maybe I can Google it and see which show they're talking about. They're saying keywords, so which show streaming on Peacock? Which show lead character named Pete? Maybe with this it will let me know. The main show with the lead character named Pete on Peacock is called Bupkis, starring Pete Davidson playing a fictionalized version of himself. But there's also the limited series All Her Fault, where Peter Ivern, played by Jake Lacey, is a key villainous character central to the plot, streaming now. I think it might be Her Fault that they're talking about. All Her Fault, a thriller where Peter Ivern is a significant character, though not the sole lead. So please tell me more about All Her Faults. Please tell me more about All Her Fault. Called All. Okay, so I think this is what they're talking about. So while they're talking about this show, I'm going to read about it. All Her Fault is a popular 8-episode mystery thriller limited series on Peacock based on the 2021 best-selling novel by Andrea Mara. It centers on the mother's desperate search for her missing son, a situation that unravels a complex world of dark family secrets and portrayals in the wealthy Chicago community. Wow, it's set in Chicago. Plot summary. The series began with Marissa Ivern, played by Sarah Snook, a successful working mother, arriving at a seemingly normal address to pick up her 5-year-old son Milo from a play date. Her world is immediately turned upside down when the woman who answers the door is a stranger who has no idea who Marissa or Milo are, revealing the address was fake. That follows a frantic search for the missing boy, led by Marissa, her husband Peter, played by Jake Lacey, and Detective Elk Reynes by Michael Pena. As the investigation deepens, long buried family secrets come to light, revealing the shocking twist. Peter has switched newborns after a devastating car accident 6 years prior, leading Carrie, Sophia Lillis, the woman who thought she lost her son, to kidnap Milo in a desperate attempt to get her biological child back. The situation escalates with multiple passing aways and betrayals, culminating in Marissa's calculated decision to 86 Peter with the deliberate exposure to his severe soy allergy. Yikes, making it look like an accident to protect the truth about Milo. Good mercy. So that sounds like an interesting show. There, I just read all of this description and they are still sitting around the sofa talking about this show. The show, once again, that they are currently discussing is called All Her Fault. Very good. We are approaching the end of this live stream and I am definitely proud of myself for sticking to this and powering through this final installment to the Joe Budden podcast, episode 878. Street Needs a Body. I'm very proud of myself, y'all. This is my second live stream of today. Woo! And it's a thumping Thursday. Hercules the Shark will be on tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be in the audience listening to Hercules the Shark, rooting him on, seeing what he has to say. This is exciting. I'm very happy. I put in work today, y'all. So now they're talking about another TV show. What show is Parks talking about? This is kind of like they're having a book club, but not. It's like they're having this moment where they're sharing about streaming shows that they watch, and they want them to watch too. You know, this is cool. I know one thing for certain. I really enjoy watching TV show series with my husband. It's so fun. I be looking for stuff. I'm like, you know what? This series looks good. I don't want to watch it by myself, so I'll save it for later. So when we get time, I'm like, I found this series. What do you think? You know, so that's fun. It's exciting to share TV show series that you come across and be like, oh, I don't want to watch this alone. Okay, so shout out to my husband. I love you, husband. Okay, let me see here. Let me go pull this up. I'm getting ready to wrap up my survey because they're getting ready to wrap up this show. I'm so proud of myself. In poll. So in reference to the TV show they're talking about, they're putting in their projections of what they think is going to happen to one of the main characters in said show. In closing, which one of y'all choosing today? Arby's wins. Burger King was in the chat. Burger King was in the chat or in the survey leading for a little while. Arby's is at 37%, Burger King 27%, and McDonald's at 27%. Wendy's is at 9%. Arby's wins. I voted for Burger King. Thank you guys so much for participating in today's survey. Thank you for enjoying the entertainment by chiming in your answers about which food you think is overrated. Oh, Mona's moving. Congratulations. Where is she moving into? She just made an announcement. Where is she moving to? Is she gonna do a video like, hey, y'all want to tour my place? Wonder where she's going. Mona's moving. Is it gonna be a house? Well, any place is a house. It don't matter where you are. You make it a home, it's yours. So congratulations to Mona moving into a new place. I'm curious to see what color code she's gonna use for each room and for the kitchen. They're singing. Carl Thomas. Oh boy, they're singing Carl Thomas. So the show is wrapping up just like my show is wrapping up. It went to a commercial, so once I skip it, it's gonna probably play the last few seconds of the show. Yup. So thank you so much, guys, for coming in. He said he wants Kyle Thomas to sing at his wedding. Thank you so much for coming in to the concludes the last installment to the 878. We made it. So let me put my little balloons in here. You guys, I'm really happy that I made it through this. Let's see here. Let me proofread this before I send it out. Thank you all so much for coming into the live stream today. This concludes the last installment to the... There it is. Yay! I'm so happy. We're gonna celebrate. I made it. Let's go, LA. Let's go, LA. I made it through the episode. Woo! shouts out to all my cool peeps who have been watching my video uploads about the fried chicken scandal. Everybody's saying goodbye, and so am I. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. That wraps up episode 878. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Until next time, I will see you Monday. Hercules the Shark will be on tomorrow, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good day, and thank you so much for showing up. Bye bye.